Right everyone, WeaponCollector here. I thought I'd do a update video on my knife collection. This is what I can find at the minute. I've definitely got more of these. I've definitely got more. I've got about 4 or 5, maybe 6 more trench knives. I've got a couple of knives in a display case that I can't find. Yeah, this definitely isn't all of them. I can't find them all. But this is what I can find while I'm changing the rooms around, so I'll just show you them and that's it really, you know. So I'll probably start this side, go along. So I've got a little no brand dagger there, sort of fighting knife, an aluminium handle. It's quite nice, quite like that. Most of these knives I would always keep. Got the Moella Tactical Tanto. This is a really nice knife. One of my favourite knives, that is. Really like that. This is a homemade thing I made for a video. Like a square shaped knife. Said it would actually punch out a square wound. That's just something I made. Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife. I've no idea if this is original. The sheath definitely isn't. It's a reproduction that I bought. But I know that this knife is definitely older than me. But like I said, I don't know if it's original. Hard to tell. Got no markings on it. Proper nice knives they are, you know, made for actually killing, you know. Cheap, sort of, I can't remember what you call this, carabiner knife. Quite an odd little knife. Line the lock blade there, the carabiner, and a couple of little screwdrivers on the end. Cheap little thing. This is a little lock knife. I like this. I've had a couple of these. Well, this is the second one of these I had. The other one I got took off me. Don't know what wood that is. Can't remember now. Little £2 dagger that I bought from some fishing shop years ago. No brand. Ganzo, not sure which one, let's have a quick look. G741 Ganzo. A lot of Ganzos are copies of more expensive knives, so if you want like a version of an expensive knife that you don't mind using, or you want to beat it up a bit, get some of the Ganzos. With the axis locks as well. Trench knife, just handmade from the blade was a Pakistani knife, so was the sheath, and then the handle was changed to a knuckle duster. Actually fits better that way, because you would be stabbing anyway, like downwards. It'd be too dangerous to use that way, because if you've got the blade this side, if your face is over here, and you bring the knife back, you can cut your face, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Handmade trench knife. Couple of Balisong trainers. This is a Benchmade copy. This is probably one of the nicest cheap Balisong trainers I've ever seen. Got spring-loaded cat and everything. And it's all steel, that one. And then you've got a little aluminium one here. It's no spring clip, steel blade. You know, it's alright, but the other one's nicer. Little electrician's knife that I've done a little bit of modding on. I don't know if you can tell, I've made the point sort of more pointy. Sharpened it up a bit. A little cheap multi-tool there. Don't know if that's a copy of a more expensive one. There's the blade on there. Doesn't lock. Little money clip knife. It's quite a nice little cheap knife for what it is. A couple of dollars I think it was. All steel, stainless steel, liner lock. You know, quite a nice little knife really. Silver Wings throwing knife. I ain't got the sheath for this anymore. This I was going to turn into like a normal knife one day. I was going to add a handle to it, but never got around to it yet. That's the idea for that. A copy of a Gil Hibben copy. Yeah, so this isn't a copy, this is a copy of a copy. I think it's Gil Hibben, isn't it? Hibben knives. Couple of dollars. Got sent to me. Some of the really cheap ones I was sent to do reviews. Quite a few of these are sort of no brand name things or copies of more expensive ones. This is a, what's that say? Cross-cut knife. That's the brand anyway, you know. Liner lock knife. Wood, part wood handle. It's alright, quite like that. Magnum. This is a nice one. I think this was a birthday present. I just like the shape of it. I just wish it was slightly better quality. It was one of those, all the fixings came loose after a while. That's one thing I like about Ganzo, is a lot of cheap knives, a lot of liner lock knives, all the joints come loose and all the screws come loose and you try and put them back in and they're just threaded. But I noticed with the Ganzos, like that, they never do that. This isn't a Ganzo, this is a Magnum. But a nice knife. Cutthroat razor. I've actually seen this draw blood and not while shaving either. It's an old car boot sale one. This was a birthday present. Me and Malcolm bought one of these each when we was either 16 or 18. This is a Muella. By the looks of it, you can see the name there. Put my initials on it years ago. Yeah, I think it's about 16 or something. She's started to degrade a bit now. Victorinox Swiss Army penknife. Can't remember what this one was. It might be. Hang on, I'll tell you quickly. It is a Huntsman. That's a nice little knife. Do like a good Swiss Army penknife. One of the best sort of legal carry knives you can get, really, I think. For options, you know. Ganzo. This is a G727M. You can get in different colours. That's a copy of one of these, which is a Rat 1. Which I'll show you in a minute. Well, I might as well show you that now. Right, there's the Ganzo copy with an axis lock. That's a good knife. And there is the Rat 1. I got sent this by Jay's Blades in 2012. I beat it up a bit. I wish I hadn't, but yeah, another nice knife there. Where was we? Right. Seema Jungle Survival knife that I got recently from Gear Best. Good little sort of small fixed blade. Webley frame lock knife. Don't know any more details on that. Most of these should be easy to find if you want to know what they are. Traditional old lock knife. You see these everywhere. We used to anyway, I don't know about now, but if you went to a car boot sale you'd see loads of these, you know, in different sizes, you know. I used to love these all kinds of lock knives. Because it was in the day when people didn't do a lot of imaginative knives, if you know what I mean. You didn't get orange handles and you know, fancy stuff like that. That would be about as fancy as you'd get. K-bar, I think this one is a little K-bar knife. That was from Kilkenny Knife and Tool. Little skinning knife. Little aluminium handled lock knife. No idea what the brand is. That was a birthday present years ago. This is a HK outdoor survival knife. It's got a file there, or sharpening stone. You've got your ferro rod there, and then there's the knife itself. You've got sort of hammer and pommel. Elk Ridge bushcraft knife. Did you get anything in the thing? No. But that's got a ferro rod there, camo handle. That was from Kilkenny Knife and Tools, their Pandora's box. They did like a battle box. That was in there. That's a lovely little knife. I tell you, the handle's nice on this. It's slightly soft. It's hard to explain. That's ever so slightly, just ever so slightly soft. Funny little spring-assisted knife I got sent. That was from Scalagrim. I think I won a competition, and it was that blue Swiss Army pen knife, and then he sent that as well, just as a little filler, you know. I'm sure that came in there. Right, where am I? Right, one of these sort of stealth knives, where it's full of sort of hard plastic knife, you know. I can't remember what they call this material, but it's not plastic. It's not like ceramic either, but it's like a cross between it. I made that sheath just for something to hold it. Another Ganzo with an axis lock. This is a G746, possibly C, I can't remember now. The carbon fibre handles. It's a nice knife. Paratrooper knife, they call these, I think. That's the only thing I don't like about it, it's flat on one side. There may be a reason for that, I don't know. But quite an interesting knife. If you want to see any of these close up, I'll show you, like do a review on them. Because some of them have got reviews, but they're old videos that are like low quality, so I could do like a better high quality version of the video if you want. Ganzo G729, this is a Spyderco copy. It is like 10-15 quid or something you can get them for. So worth buying, just to get a copy of a knife that's like 3 or 4 times as much, you know. This is the bayonet off of my Chinese Model 86S rifle. Not actually sharp, but it is pointed, you know. Homemade tactical meat cleaver that I made. Big old lump of steel, sort of a saw back and a bit of file work. Yeah, it's just more like a little practice thing. It's not really hardened properly, but to be honest, the weight of this, it wouldn't even need to be hardened. You'd still chop things off with this if you hit, you know, someone with this. It'd be like hitting them with an axe, you know. Oh, I can't remember what this is called. tack force. That was from Blades and Bows, spring assisted, liner lock with a flipper as well. Little lock knife used to have wooden scales. That the reason it's not got them, I'm going to put some scales on myself. There's another one just there without scales that I'm going to put some on myself. That one used to have green wood. This one used to have like black rubber. A little lock back. Another lock back there, traditional one. Bit like the old buck style ones, you know. Yeah, I have loads of them. Yeah, like I said, I have definitely got more knives. I just can't find them in a minute. Little multi-tool thing there. Use that nearly every day. I need pliers anyway. Little sort of Opinel type knife. That was from Nicest Knives. I think I won a competition. That's got a lock as well. Like a liner lock on it. I thought that was quite good. Nice little knife. And this one definitely came from Jim, Nicest Knives. This is a Magnum. Really like this knife. Some of these companies that do the cheaper knives do some really nice designs. I thought this looked like a really good, like, tactical knife, you know, tactical folding knife. Yeah, I like that. And then got a little sort of, I made this, I didn't make the knife, but the knife is like a little stiletto liner lock knife. And then there's a Kydex sort of sheath wrap around and a torch. So you can have a little torch knife, and it's a decent knife and a decent torch. Torch ain't got any batteries in a minute. I said I'd make a tutorial on how to make these one day, so I probably still will. Just don't have time yet because I've not made any more. So that, and lastly is my Magnum fighting knife. Absolutely love this knife. I do like a nice dagger, and this is a nice big one. Yeah, I've definitely got I've got some big knives I can do. I'll probably do them in another video because I've got a cookery just sat over there. I've also got like my machetes and that, and my swords. I'll probably leave those for a video of big knives. But yeah, if you want to see a new review or whatever, or up to date video on any of the knives you've seen, let me know, and I'll do like a HD video. Because like I said, most of these videos have probably got not videos. Most of these knives have probably got videos, but a lot of them was old, sort of low quality, you know, whatever, like 640 by 480, whatever it was, resolution. You know, I can do it in 1080p now. So yeah, that was WeaponCollector's knife collection. There'll probably be a part 2 for the big knives and swords, and then I might do a video on other stuff if you want. Right, I hope you enjoyed the video. There'll be some links below in the more info section, maybe some to somewhere you can buy these knives. Yeah, and to my blog and that. Right, hope you enjoyed the video. See you later.